Okay, good morning to all of you, my dear friends, my dear YouTube viewers. Today I am going to discuss about a topic regarding human reproduction. So before I start, I will recommend you to subscribe my channel. So let's start it. Human reproduction. So reproductive events in human. So what is a reproductive events found in human bodies? The first one is gametogenesis. What is gametogenesis? The formation of gametes, that is the sperm and ova, are known as your gametogenesis. Very, very important. And insemination. What is insemination? This is the transfer of sperm to the female genital tract, is known as your insemination. Next one is the fertilization. These are some terms you have to remember in order to understand the topic regarding the reproductive events. Okay. What is fertilization? The fusion of male and female gametes is known as fertilization. So we have to just distinguish the terms, okay, in order to understand the process very easily. The next one is the implantation. What is implantation? The attachment of blastocyst to the uterine wall is known as implantation. Okay, where the zygote is implanted, then at that position the baby grows. Okay, what is gestation? So gestation is the embryonic development. Okay, after implantation gestation starts, that means the development of embryo starts. Next one, the parturition. What is parturition? This is the after the development of the embryo, it when it is fully matured, after 9 to 12 months, okay, 9 to 10 months, then delivery of the baby happens. Okay, so first we have to read about the male reproductive system. So what is a male reproductive system? Okay, just listen carefully. So here the male reproductive system includes a pair of testes, accessory duct, glands, and some external genitalia. Okay. So generally the testis is about 4 to 5 centimeter length, width is 2 to 3 centimeter, and it is oval in shape. A pair of testes are primary sex organ in the human male. So in the human male, what are the primary sex organs? We can say the testes are the primary sex organs. Okay. After that, scrotum. So what is a scrotum? Right over here, if you see the figure over here, this is known as your testis. Okay, I am just showing you. So this is the testis. Okay, just wait. Sorry, just wait. Some problem over here. Okay, so this is the structure of a testis. You can see so over here. Okay, this is the testis. Okay, this is called the testis. Okay, next, what is the next one? Next one is the scrotum. Okay, scrotum is the outer layer of the testis, is known as scrotum. Okay, so generally we are going to study about it. Testes are situated outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch called the scrotum. Okay, so scrotum are the pouch shaped, okay, found in outside of the abdominal cavity. The scrotum keeps the testis at lower temperature as comparable to the body. If our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, then in the scrotal sac its temperature is 35 degree, or it's less than 35 degree. Okay, so what is the benefit of the what is the benefit of lowering the temperature at the scrotal sac? Because the sperm cannot grow in 37 degrees Celsius, rather it can grow in the less temperature like 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it is the idea. So the spermatogenesis. What is the spermatogenesis? The spermatogenesis is a process by which sperm are produced in our body. Okay, in our male body. Then comes to the testicular lobule. Each testis contains 250 compartments called the testicular lobule. Okay, so how many testicular lobules are present? At about 250 compartments, okay, or 250 testicular lobules are present. Next one, the seminiferous tubule. What is seminiferous tubule? Each lobule contains 1 to 3 sperm producing tubule called the seminiferous tubule, okay. So the tubules which contains the sperms are known as the seminiferous tubule, okay. The seminiferous tubule contain two type of cells, okay. In seminiferous tubule we can find two types of cells. What is that? One is the spermatogonia and another is the Sertoli cell, okay. So what is the function of a spermatogonia? Here over you have look over here. What is this function of a spermatogonia? The spermatogonia is developed into a sperm, okay, but a Sertoli cells which provides nutrition to this germ layers or germ cells, okay. So the Sertoli cells are nothing but the accessory, nothing but the you can say the accessory cells, okay, you can say accessory cells which helps the sperm to grow, okay, because they provide them nutrition to the germ cells. Next one, the interstitial space and the Leydig scale. So what is interstitial space? Outside the seminiferous tubule there are some space called the interstitial space or the interstitial lumen, okay, where the interstitial cells are present, okay. In the interstitial space interstitial cells are present, or we can say the Leydig cells, okay. The Leydig cell produce male sex hormone called the androgen, okay. That means example of androgen is testosterone, okay. So Leydig cell is mainly responsible for producing a male sex hormone, that is the androgen, okay. Next one, the accessory ducts and glands. So a part of the your primary sex organs, some accessory ducts and glands are also present. What are they? Now, these are the red testis, vas efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, seminal vesicle, urethra, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland, urethral meltus, okay. So these are the some glands present in the male reproductive system, okay. So there are some function also given over here. You can see the PDF here. These are the some functions of the different accessory glands, okay. What is red testis? So red testis is a okay, a red testis is united with the seminiferous tubule to form a network called the red testis. So each testis, okay, attached with the seminiferous tubule, then it is called as red testis, okay. Vas efferentia. What is vas efferentia? The red testis leads to 10 to 12 fine tubules called the vas efferentia, okay. We can see over here, okay. This is the vas efferentia, okay. This is the red testis, okay. What is red testis? When testis is attached with seminiferous, when testis is attached with seminiferous tubule, we can say it red testis, okay. This is the idea, okay. Next comes to the next accessory glands, okay. The next accessory gland is epididymis. So epididymis is what is happening? Vas efferentia leaves the testis and opens into a single coiled tubule called the epididymis, okay. So over here, what is epididymis? You can see this is the epididymis, okay. This is the epididymis. So red testis or the vas efferentia, okay, the vas efferentia leads to a single tubular structure called the epididymis, okay. This is the idea. Come to the next. Next is the ejaculatory duct. What is ejaculatory? The vas deferens ascends to a abdomen, passes over the urinary bladder and receives to the seminal vesicle from the ejaculatory duct. So see over here, this is the picture. So what is given over here? You can see this is the testis, okay. The sperms are gone over here, okay. This portion sperms are gone over this portion, and after that it will comes to the like this and ejaculated at the gland penis, okay. So this is the process, okay, from this and from this type also, okay. This is the common path for the both testis. समझ में आ गया लगता है सभी को. Next is bulbourethral gland. Some glands are also present which provides the motility to the sperms. Okay, so this is the general idea about how male reproductive systems are present in our body. Okay, and what is the different functions of the glands as well as the different accessory organs also. Okay, so this is for today. Hope you will understand. Thank you for watching.